Tesla delivered a record 310,048 vehicles in Q1 2022 despite an endless torrent of excruciating challenges. In this video, we'll run through the numbers, put them in context, and discuss what it means for Tesla's Q1 financial results, which will be reported on none other than 420. Speaking of, BRB.
Hello, Dr. Green Thumb. Paging Dr. Green Thumb.
And now with that extremely important business out of the way, let's get into this video and discuss exactly why this was an absolutely stunning quarter for Tesla given all of the challenges. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. So we're over here on the Tesla Investor Relations website, ir.tesla.com, and the numbers: a total of 310,048 vehicles delivered in the quarter, with production of 305,407. Model S and X making up a speck of total volumes versus the Model 3 and Y, and confirmation that Tesla's financial results will be reported on 420. Just to provide some context at the staggering rate of Tesla delivery growth, let's go back to Q1 of 2021. Rather than delivering over 310,000 vehicles, Tesla delivered 184,000, which was also a record. And a year prior to that, in 2020 in Q1, Tesla delivering just 88,400 vehicles. In short, year over year, Tesla's gone from 88,000 to 184,000 to 310,000 vehicles delivered. So in the span of just a couple of years, Tesla's Q1 deliveries have increased by 3.5x, not 35%. 3.5 times. This year-over-year rate of delivery growth is absolutely nutty. Even more so given the context of the wider automotive industry. In the US in particular, we've heard from companies like General Motors and Ford recently reporting their Q1 deliveries down 15, 20+%. Meanwhile, Tesla up about 69%. To illustrate just how insane this rate of growth is, let's see what would happen if Tesla's Q1 delivery results increased again by another 3.5x. And I want to be super clear, this is not a prediction. I'm just making a point. So if we multiply that by 3.5x, we end up with a little over 1 million deliveries. What happens if we do that again? We're now at almost 4 million deliveries in a quarter. Imagine if Tesla was able to do this. 3.5x their quarterly deliveries, then do that again. The last 3.5x took 2 years. Maybe this takes 4, maybe it takes 6, who cares? The point is, if we annualize this rate, we're now looking at annual deliveries of about 15 million vehicles. The point here, Tesla is a lot closer to reaching their goal of 20 million vehicles delivered in a single year than most people realize. Remember, these results don't include any meaningful volume from the Austin or the Berlin gigafactories. At the end of this year, Tesla's production capacity will have more than doubled. Here's a tweet from Elon regarding the Q1 delivery number. Quote, "This was an exceptionally difficult quarter due to supply chain interruptions and China zero COVID policy. Outstanding work by Tesla team and key suppliers saved the day." I want to take a moment here. This is Elon Musk, okay? The guy that does exceptionally difficult things for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every fucking day. For Elon to describe this quarter with emphasis on exceptionally difficult really speaks volumes. Again, I just want to point out the absolute insanity of the following. Never going to work. I called this when the initial Shanghai lockdown was announced. For those that don't know, I think in total, Tesla has lost 10 plus, maybe 12, 13 plus days of production in the quarter. It was also a shorter quarter than usual as well. Obviously February, a month with 28 days versus the usual 30, 31. So these were some negative catalysts, but of course the biggest issues, of course, being around supply chain. As I mentioned earlier, legacy automotive companies getting absolutely reamed this quarter. Deliveries down by double-digit percentages year over year. Tesla up almost 70% year over year, despite the insane challenges. We'll never know exactly how much volume has been lost due to the supply chain issues and of course the forced factory shutdowns. In the scheme of things, this doesn't really matter, but the point is, was Tesla not having to push a boulder up a fucking mountain? We could easily have seen another 10, 15+%, maybe even 20% more deliveries. Tesla has the capacity, they just don't have all the parts and supplies, and of course having your entire factory forcibly shut down doesn't help either. Wall Street consensus estimates were 309,000 previously, around 312, but these were revised down after the Shanghai shutdowns. So Tesla managing a beat despite an incredibly challenging quarter. Breaking Tweet from Sawyer Merritt here, putting things in context. Quote, including today's Q1 delivery report, Tesla has now delivered 2,644,770 vehicles since 2012. Not bad. Collectively, these vehicles have saved millions and millions of metric tons of CO2 from being emitted. But that's not the stunning thing. A reply from ForwardCap, quote, what's crazy is 40% of those deliveries have been sold in the past 12 months. We need to talk about this. Tesla started selling vehicles in 2006. That's 16 years ago, more than a decade and a half. Just imagine if you have a career and you've been working professionally full-time for 16 years, and in the last 12 months, you earned 40% of the entire earnings over your entire career in just 1 year. Does that put things in perspective a little? In less than 7% of the time, Tesla's been delivering vehicles to customers. 40% of lifetime deliveries. Makes you wonder what the next 12 months will look like, doesn't it? So what does this mean for Tesla's Q1 financial results? Well, in short, records across the board, in my opinion. Despite the fact that Tesla delivered a similar number of vehicles to Q4 2021, we learned during this quarter that Tesla was prioritizing deliveries of vehicles to customers who opted for the $12,000 full self-driving package, which is essentially 100% pure profit. In addition, Tesla continues to drive costs down, benefit more from economies of scale, blah, blah, blah. We also know that price increases are starting to roll through as well. Those won't have the full effect this quarter, but they will impact things. Of course, it wasn't all good news. Many of Tesla's costs have increased substantially this quarter, but overall, personally, I believe, of course, I don't know, but time will tell, I believe that net, Tesla will actually have driven their costs down overall further despite some of the headwinds. All in all, this points towards record gross automotive margins unless there's a massive surprise, record profits, and more likely than not, Wall Street analysts on average going, how did we miss that again? How did they beat again? How come they made more profit than we expected again? That's about the 20th quarter in a row. Maybe I should just give up. I'm just kidding, they'd never think of giving up. Of course, it's anyone's guess what may or may not happen to Tesla's stock before and after they post their Q1 financial results, but I have a very high level of confidence that there's going to be records across the board on everything that matters. I want to close with a few comments around Tesla and what this quarter means in the wider context of the global automotive industry. A lot of nuance tends to get lost. People, generally speaking, at best read headlines, and that's about it. On the surface of it, it might look like Tesla's deliveries are fairly flat quarter over quarter, but clearly year over year, they're up an enormous amount, about 70%. This isn't the story. The story isn't that Tesla's deliveries are up an enormous amount, nor is the story that Ford's deliveries are collapsing, General Motors' deliveries are collapsing, Toyota's deliveries are collapsing, Honda's, you get the point. They're all collapsing. Tesla's basically the only automotive manufacturer on earth showing quarter over quarter delivery growth and year over year delivery growth. The story is that Tesla's rate of growth would be significantly ahead of where it is today were it not for the absolutely insane, excruciating challenges throughout the quarter. Let's recap what Tesla's had to go through the last 2 years. March 2020, you guys remember? The whole shit hitting the fan, people thinking the world was ending, the forced factory shutdowns on both continents, massive increases in material and parts costs, huge challenges and shortages with supply chain, people unable to get certain chips. Tesla's solution, great, we'll get some other chips and rewrite the firmware. Meanwhile, other automotive manufacturers crying in the corner, sucking their thumb and asking for daddy to hold them. Tesla is doing far better than the already incredible numbers suggest. It's entirely possible, shout out to Joe, that this quarter, were Tesla not faced with insane challenges, they may well have delivered 350,000 plus vehicles. We'll never know for sure, but the point I'm getting at here, most investors out there tend to miss the nuance. They'll look at numbers, take them for what they are. Great, Tesla's growing at a really fast rate, failing to understand that had these constraints not been in place, Tesla's results would be even more stunning than they already are. Just 2.5 weeks until Tesla's earnings, can't wait for that. And let me know in the comments below, what do you guys and girls think? What's your guess? What do you think will happen to Tesla stock on Monday following their Q1 production and delivery results? Leave your guess in the comments below. And finally, don't forget to sign up to Patreon with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment to gain instant access to over 100 Q&A videos, every topic you can imagine, including a lot of very controversial ones, plus instant access to my up-to-date Tesla stock price targets out over the next decade. So, see you over there. I'm Stephen Mark Ryan, this is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoy these videos, there's a bunch of ways you can support the channel, access exclusive content and perks, and get some free stocks and crypto. Check out the links in the pinned comment below. You can get 2 free stocks with WeBull, a free stock with Stake, free Bitcoin with Coinbase, and free Bitcoin with BlockFi, and the BlockFi Bitcoin Rewards credit card. You can also pick up some Tesla, Elon, and investment themed merch in the merch store. If you want to take it to the next level, level, join thousands of members on Patreon to gain exclusive access to over 100 Q&A videos, loads of exclusive content, exclusive access to my up-to-date 10-year Tesla stock price targets, and even access my Tesla valuation model at the investor support level and above. So check out the links in the pinned comment below, and thanks for your support. And if you're still watching, you're awesome. I read every single comment on this channel and I really appreciate your feedback. So if you've got any thoughts on today's video, questions, comments, or suggestions for a new video, let me know in the comments below. Check the cards on screen now to browse the merch store, join Patreon, or watch the next video.